Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of DIY. Today I'm going to replace the wheel bearing on this 328i xDrive. The reason I'm doing this, something happened. I noticed that when I remove the wheel and put the wheel back, I'm only able to tighten with 3 lug nuts. And unfortunately, when that happened, it could cause a lot of issues, and some of the issues could be the vibration. And actually, this is also one of the issues that I'm experiencing. The car vibrates when I reach around 80 miles an hour, and that's really painful. For a long drive I did, I drove from New York to Los Angeles, and I'm telling you, it was painful. Now, this is not a typical thing you will be doing on a daily basis, but if it happened that you have to remove it, I hope this video will be informative for you. So with that, I'm going to show you exactly what tools you need, because this is a very crucial part for you to get this done. Now with that, before we get started, let me talk to you guys a little bit about the tools that you're going to need to get this job done properly. Now, the first tool I'm going to point out is the 17 hex socket. You need a T65 Torx socket. What you're going to need is a 18mm socket. You will need a torque wrench. So this torque wrench has to be capable of torquing up to over at least 250 foot-pounds. So if you have a digital, great, or you can just get this one as well. And all the tools that I'm going to use, I will link them in the description, so you can get yourself these ones as well. The other tool you will need, of course, you need a impact wrench, the gloves, you will need the glasses, because we're going under the car. You need a torch, some lights, you will need that, and of course you need the jack stand and the jack. One thing I want to point it out exactly, so that you'll be cautious when you're ordering this wheel hub for the 328i xDrive. I myself fall a victim of ordering the wrong parts twice, and I decided to go to BMW to just get the proper parts. If you look at the diameter here, this diameter is actually too big compared to this one here. So the inner section is not identical, as you can see. And also, I don't know why do you have this gap here. This is really too thick compared to this one here. It's thin. This one is thin, this is thick. Although when I was ordering this, the computer itself showed it fits the BMW 328i xDrive to 2016 model, but unfortunately after having this, it doesn't, so I had to go to BMW and just get the correct part. All right, that's all. Now let's jack up the car and get started. What's up guys, so as I was removing the wheel, I made a mistake using the impact wrench. As powerful as this thing is, yeah, I broke the socket. I broke the wheel socket, and I'm stranded. I don't know what else to do. The wheel nut is tightened so badly that now I don't even know what to do here. This is really sad. I don't know what else to do, so I will find a way how to remove this, but for now I'm running out of ideas. I'm running out of ideas, but let's see how this goes. Alright, given that I'm also replacing all the lug nuts, the bolt, all the lug nuts, it came with another socket, and hopefully I can use this to replace it. So finger crossed. I don't know, I hope this works out. This is a brand new, it's made out of the same material. That one is really torqued really bad, so there isn't much to do, but let's see. I finally managed to get it out. This is what was locked up. You can see how it is now. It's so bad. And likely I already have a replacement. After removing the wheel, the next thing you want to do is to loosen up the shaft bolt. It's to loosen up the shaft bolt, the one that is right here. This is what we're going to loosen up next. Alright, now I'm going to remove the caliper using the T55 Torx socket. Now that the caliper is out, it's time to remove the wheel hub. So this is what we're going to remove. The good thing, we already removed the nuts that hold the shaft axle, which is this one, this shaft axle. We already removed the bolt that hold it here, the next thing, we're going to remove these bolts here. So to remove these bolts, we have to go this side there. Now this bolt here is the one we're going to remove. So now there are 4. We have 1, 2 here and 2 on the other side. These are the bolts we're going to remove and remove the wheel hub. I have the wheel hub in place and I also have the nut already in. I haven't torqued it, so we're going to torque both sides at 80 Newton meter. Okay, I finished placing this, and I torque it to proper measurement, 80 Newton meters. And the next thing is just to get this shaft axle align it properly, and then we're going to put the bolt in and also torque it to specs, 220 Newton meters. Now to do this, you really just have to feel it and it will clip. And when you turn it, if you hear that loosen, but if you turn it like this, you can see it's clipped. Now the next thing, that feels okay, feels right. The next thing, just get our bolt, one time use only bolt, and this is the new one. The link is in the description. Now that we have the caliper in, it's time to torque this to 220 Newton meters. I'm at 217 and I need 220 Newton meters. Plus 219, 2 plus 4, 221. 221. This is 221 Newton meters. That should be okay. That should be fairly okay. Alright guys, this is the end of it. As you can see, it's really straightforward, to be honest with you, except that I got some hiccups along the way, you know, some human error as always. But if you followed exactly the way I did this is a job that can be done in about an hour. Also, having proper tools, it's very important. Just make sure you have the proper tools to do the job. And another thing is the bolts that are used, those are single-use bolts only. Make sure you get yourself those one first before removing everything else. And the other thing is, make sure you talk it to the specs, and that should be it, so that it will prevent you from having other failures along the road. Thank you, and I see you next time. Bye bye.